Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to us this morning. I'm welcoming us to the year 2022 edition of the Lagos State Secondary Schools Public Speaking on Taxation. This is a program that has been thought about and has been brought into conception to develop young minds, to groom our young pupils and students in schools generally, and also to tailor them to the awareness of a career in taxation. I apologize for the late start. Some logistics given as an excuse. We are not in the habit of starting late. We were expecting a couple of schools, but like Ms. Akimolado had gone through, I'm not sure if all the schools are represented, ma'am. That notwithstanding, we will start. I understand that some students are on midterm break. Besides, some also are expected to return to their school around midday. So we'll see how fast we can go about it. This event is organized by the Society of Women in Taxation, SWIT Lagos chapter. SWIT is the women arm of the Chartered CITN. Without much ado, we will go straight into the program. It's good for us to start with God. Usually we start with God. And we would commit today's event into the hands of God. And to take the opening prayer, so I'll call on the vice chairman or the vice state coordinator of the Society of Women in Taxation Lagos to take us through the opening prayer. Mrs. Sandra Moma, please. She's a woman of God. She's a tax professional. I know she can do it. Please come forward. Thank you.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for all you've done for us. Thank you most especially for the gift of life. We give you all the glory. We give you all the honor. We thank you for today that we've gathered here for this session. We ask, oh God, that you take charge of every activity that we are going to carry out here today. We thank you for bringing the students here safely. And we ask, oh God, that you take them back safely in the name of Jesus. We commit everyone that has traveled to this place, and I ask God Almighty will take everyone back home safely in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Come and be with us. Direct all the activities. Be our God. And at the end of the session, we'll give you all the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. While we're still standing, please, may I crave your indulgence? We are all Nigerians, and it'd be good to do our country the great honor by taking the national anthem. So we'll take the first stanza of the national anthem. Thank you.
Hero
Thank you. God bless our nation, Nigeria. May we please have our seat. And quickly, we're going to be inviting the panelists to the high table and the special guest. At this event, we have representing the President and Chairman of Council of the Chartered Institute of Taxation in the person of Chief Adeshino Adedayo, MNI, FCTI. He's not here physically. He's present with us in the spirit. He sent his goodwill message. Him, ably representing him here, is no other one than our council member, a council member of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, the person of Titi Fowoko. Please, you're invited to the high table, ma'am. We have a national chairperson in the person of Dr. Abiola Demila, FCTI. She's not here present, but she sent her goodwill messages to us. I'll invite the chairperson, the state coordinator of SWIT Lagos, the Society of Women in Taxation Lagos. I'll invite you to the high table. Not that I want to break any protocols, but so that you're here to welcome your guests and the panelists to the high table. Barrister Mrs. Cecilia Odefinale Odibo. May it please you to know that Mrs. Odibo is also a council member of CITN. Oh my, I knew I was missing the protocols. I saw our IPP here. The immediate past president of our institute, our great institute, we call her Mommy, in the person of Dame Olajumoke Simplis, is also present here. She is a life patron of the Society of Women in Taxation. I'd like to invite Mommy to the high table. Dame Olajumoke Simplis. She's the immediate past president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria and the immediate past president of the West African Union of Tax Institute, WAUT. Okay, she was here a while ago. Once she comes in, I'll let her to the high table. Now amongst us and as panelists and speakers, so we have panelists amongst us. Please permit me to call in no particular order. Our past president, in the person of Prince Razak Quadri, FCTI, is the past president of CITN, to the high table. You're welcome to the high table, sir. I was going to hijack someone to do the honors to welcome them, to the high table. Amongst us, we also have, I will check if it is a chief, so I don't goof. Yes, I'm correct. We call him MAC, so at times I miss it. Chief MAC DK, Chief Mark DK. Chief MAC DK is a past president of our great institute, the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. He's also a panelist for today's event. You're welcome, sir. Also here with us is a panelist too. She's a deputy director and she's a tax coordinator of the FIRS, Federal Inland Revenue Service. in the person of Mrs. Stella Okabuzo, FCTI. You're welcome to the high table, ma'am. Please pardon me if I miss any protocols. I will come back to it. Now, to be done with the panelists, we have someone here amongst us. I know she's been supportive of the children, of the students a lot. Please permit me to welcome Mrs. Bukola Akimolado, FCTI. Struggling to see, but I know there's BMA Associate, am I correct? BMO, thank you. BMO Associate and Chartered Accountant. She's a tax practitioner too. You're welcome, ma'am. Now we have a paper presenter who's going to be taking us through the career talk. That's no other person than Mr. Elijah Osano. Please pardon me. I hope I haven't murdered the name, sir. Am I correct? Oh, very well. I apologize. Mr. Elijah is going to do the talk, the career talk. We do not have this person present. So once he comes in the person of Dr. Yemisani, FCTI, he's a council member of the CITN, so he's supposed to be a panelist. Once he comes in, I will let us know and make welcome to the high table. Thank you. So the next thing on our agenda will be to take the welcome address by the state coordinator, Barrister Mrs. Cecilia Odefinale Odibo. In her welcome address, I'm sure she would address us on the reason why we are here at the secondary schools debates, the 2022 edition, and noting that we're having a debate on the prospect of taxation as a career. I get it. Okay, as a career choice in Nigeria. I mean, a lot of times when you ask children or when we ask students what you want to become, I hear, oh, I want to become a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, and the rest of it. Not so many people actually understand that there's also a career in taxation, and these are the kind of enlightenment that is given to young minds. Please welcome, yes, welcome to the podium, Mrs. Cecilia Odefinale Odibo, council member and chairman of the Society of Women in Taxation, Lagos chapter, as she gives us her opening remarks, her welcome address for today's event. Thank you.
Up CITN, up SWIT, up CITN, up SWIT. Yes, women talking tax. Good morning, everyone. Let me start by specially recognizing the person of Chief Adesina Adedayo, FCTI, MNI, our 15th president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria and chairman of council, who is ably represented here today by no other person present here than Dr. Mrs. Eniton Titilayo for welcome. Our chairman, Student Affairs Committee of the Institute. You are welcome, my sister. We acknowledge with a deep sense of gratitude the President's unconditional support and encouragement towards Society of Women in Taxation Lagos chapters programs. I appreciate with deep respect the presence of our Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria revered past president in the person of Prince Kunle Razak Kodri. Welcome, sir. Chief MAC DK FCTI, Dame Olajumoke Simply. This moment. We are grateful, sirs and ma, for taking time which constitutes of our dear sister, Mrs. Bukola Akimoladun, FCTI, a private tax practitioner, Mrs. Stella Okabuzo, tax controller, FRS, and Mr. Elijah Osiano. Mr. Osiano will be saddled with the responsibility today to present a paper on career choice after the students' performance would have been assessed by the panel of judges. Thank you, sirs and ma, for this opportunity to have you all in our presence. Also duly acknowledged here are chairmen and chairpersons for the district societies of CITN, state coordinators, tax controllers of the FRS and LRS, and also chairpersons of other associations like PROAM, Professional Women Association, Accountant of Nigeria, Princess Ibila. Thank you, ma, for coming. I shall not forget to recognize the presence of our online attendees. We are happy. There are many of them. We are happy to have you participating from all over the world. I know when the flyer came up, some people, even in the US, UK, and all said they were going to join, and I've sent them the link. So secretary, sorry, the secretary for the day, right? Okay, you try and acknowledge the presence. MC, okay. People online, there are people online. Yes, and you acknowledge their presence. We thank God for the technology that we have today. Can we just clap for them? The Nigerian tax fair, especially in Lagos State, is witnessing a monumental development in taxation through public speaking competition in an unprecedented way in form of participation with the private schools. Before now, efforts were geared towards the public schools, but today we are changing the narratives by focusing our attention on private schools' inclusive participation. Our hearts of gratitude therefore goes to God Almighty for the fulfillment of this great day, for which I am well pleased to welcome everyone to this year 2022 edition, duly organized by the Society of Women in Taxation Lagos chapter. We have the acronym SWIT, and we are fondly referred to as the elegant women talking tax. Up SWIT! Up, up, SWIT! SWIT is a non-profit organization that came into being 12 years ago, precisely May 2010, as the female arm of the parent body of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, with the primary objectives as this. 1, to build a society that promotes the interest of women in tax policy, law, and practice in furtherance with the aims of the Institute. Encourage and assist women entering the tax profession, promote education, intellectual growth, and professional knowledge of its members. Encourage members to participate actively in the Institute and other professional tax organizations. Undertake tax awareness campaign in various sectors of the society and economy to foster growth and inclusiveness, especially among the younger generation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are therefore gathered today to fulfill Objective 4 to our younger generation, the hope of our tomorrow, through the topic, the prospect of taxation as a career course in Nigeria. The aim of this public speaking competition is to establish the significance and necessity of taxation to societal development as a veritable choice of career for the younger generation to embrace. This forum is therefore a stage to provide the direction from the secondary school level towards taking taxation as their first choice of the effort it took us to be here from all our busy schedule is worth appreciating. Can we clap for ourselves? I would like to thank the Lagos State Commissioner for Education, the sole proprietors, proprietress, partners, principals, and teachers for making today's program a dream come true. I would like to, in no particular order, welcome the schools and their able, indefatigable representatives as follows. First on my list, I have Longford International School. If you are here, you can just, are they here? Okay, not yet. We have a First Baptist School, Methodist Girls High School. Please help me to clap for them. Our Lady of Apostles. Okay. Home Science Association. Not here yet. Yaba Secondary School. Okay. Igbobi College. Okay, thank you. Top Grade Secondary School. You're welcome. Slick International School. Slick. Okay, welcome. Rainbow College. Majors International School. Okay. Carmel, Majors International School. Okay, you're welcome. Carmel College. Top Grade Secondary School. Is there any school I've not called? Marywood. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Which one? Okay, St. Francis, sorry. Yes, you're welcome. We are grateful for your coming. Which one? Ogunlade. Ah, yes, they were the first to come. Please help me to clap for them. We are grateful to all of you for coming. We are very appreciative of our sponsor for this program, Barrister Dapo Fani of Whitlaw Solicitors for his benevolence in cash, and Mawa Melen Salzburg Design Initiative for donating customized African fabrics, student slim bags for this auspicious occasion. We say thank you for the work, for the wholesome support. Who? Folabi. Okay, I'm Mr. Folabi Akon Alimi. Thank you so much for the awesome support. I wholeheartedly appreciate the presence of our tax matter crew, our media, other media organizations present, all professional colleagues, ESCO, members of the Social and Relationship Committee, and the entire members of SWIT Lagos chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hopefully confident that your stay here today will be worth the while. I therefore implore you to take a deep, long breath, sitting back in the most relaxed ambience with the children as they speak to us in the taxation language. On this positive note, I say thank you all for coming. Welcome once again to the year 2022 edition of Secondary Schools Education Public Speaking Competition on Taxation. Thank you so very much for listening. May God bless you. Up, SWIT. Up Lagos chapter. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam, for that welcome address. That was the State Coordinator of the Society of Women in Taxation, Lagos chapter, Barrister Mrs. Cecilia Odefinale Odibo. Without much ado, I'm going to call on the representative of the president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, in the person of Chief Adeshino Adedayo, MNI, FCTI. He's not here physically with us, but he sent an able representation in the person of Dr. Mrs. Titi Layo Fowokon, council member, FCTI, council member. And to say that Mrs. Titi Layo Fowokon, Dr. Titi Layo Fowokon is the immediate past state coordinator of SWIT Lagos chapter. So she's here in two caps or in two capacities, as one of us and also as a representative of the institute. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
I apologize to interrupt you. I have to make welcome to the high table. I didn't tell her, so I'm putting her on the spot. The person of Princess Mrs. Elimaya Ebila, FCNA, FCTI. Princess Mrs. Elimaya Ebila is the national chairperson of Pro1. Pro1 is the Professional Women Accountants of Nigeria. She's also a resident tax appeal commissioner. Please, you're welcome. We call her mommy too. You're welcome to the high table. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Up SWIT, Women Talking Tax. Thank you. Distinguished members of this occasion, let me stand on existing protocol, but I'll still need to establish a few. I want to recognize the presence of our own revered past presidents, Prince Kunle Quadri, Chief MACDK, and my immediate past president, Dim Simplis. Thank you for supporting this cause. Thank you all panelists for honoring this call. The voice you're hearing is the voice of Titi Layo Enitan for welcome. But the speech you're hearing is the speech of Chief Adeshino Adedayo, MNI, FCTI. And this is the opening remark that is delivered by me on his behalf. At the 22nd edition of the Lagos State Senior Secondary School Public Speaking on Taxation, organized by the Society of Women in Taxation, Lagos chapter, this day, Thursday, 27th October, 2022. I am delighted to be here on this occasion of the 2002 edition of the Lagos State Senior Secondary Schools Public Speaking on Taxation, put together by the Society of Women in Taxation, Lagos chapter. Professional colleagues, invited schools, our resourceful panelists, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and privilege that I warmly welcome all of you to this very remarkable event. Before I declare this event open, permit me to specially extend my sincere congratulations to the organizers and the entire members of the Lagos State chapter of SWIT under the chairperson, under this coordinator, Barrister Mrs. Odibo Cecilia Odefinale, FCTI, for conceiving and successfully putting together such a remarkable initiative. Turning to the future, I am excited by the potentials of the next generation of tax professionals. The level of knowledge being displayed by the younger generation on taxation speaks profoundly of the caliber of tax professionals that will emerge in the near future. The topic of discussion tagged "The Prospects of Taxation as a Career Choice in Nigeria" is apt and germane to efforts it play towards shaping the career paths of young Nigerians. As you know, taxation is arguably the lifeblood of any nation. In fact, there's no nation or climate that can experience any meaningful development without an effective, efficient, and consistent inflow of tax revenue. In view of the critical nature of taxation, opportunities are bound for each student in this hall to become a tax professional, which will qualify you to either practice taxation, work with tax authorities or related departments in both formal and informal sectors, or even become an authority on the field of taxation and related studies. I believe if we start now, we can harness and give you towards acquiring the requisite skills and certification required to entrench high levels of professionalism in the Nigerian tax system. On this note, let me reiterate that the CITN is committed to investing in the future of tax professionalism in Nigeria. For those of you who will apply the route of taxation in academic pursuit, the Association of Nigerian Taxation Students provides a post-secondary school platform that will help shape you to become a distinctive tax professional. I just want to digress a bit on this point to tell you that even at the secondary school level, we have programs that are being brought up, and we have a schools debate for schools in Lagos State that is coming up in the month of January. We shall extend this also to your schools. For the speakers from the respective schools, I wish you all success in your debate and implore you to consider yourselves as all winners. I'm hopeful that by the end of this public speaking, most students will become more passionate about taxation as a profession. Finally, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to officially declare the 2022 edition of the Lagos State Secondary School Public Speaking on Taxation open. I once again congratulate the Society of Women in Taxation, Lagos chapter, for organizing such an intellectually stimulating event, and urge you all to participate actively during these sessions. Before I say the last word on this, let me just say that we look forward to all of you coming out with your best performance in this outing, as we promise that the Institute is already having a Catch Them Young program, and we shall identify those who we're going to groom to become future tax professionals right from this session. I want to thank you for listening. God bless you. And this is read on behalf of Chief Adeshina Adedayo, MNI, FCTI, the 15th President and Chairman of Council of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We can see that that was eloquent, given by Dr. Mrs. Titilayo Enito Fawokon, Titi Tax, on behalf of our President and Chairman of Council, Chief Adeshina Adedayo, MNI, FCTI. I will be handing over to the moderator shortly. But before I do that, whilst I went back to my seat, I realized that we had a couple of members of Society of Women in Taxation present, which I did not recognize before. So I will do them that honor. Some executives are also here present. We have Mrs. Sandra Moma, who took the opening prayer. She's the Vice State Coordinator, SWIT Lagos Chapter. Please, let's recognize you, ma'am. Yes, I also have Mrs. Olabisi Idowu. She's the Social Secretary of SWIT Lagos Chapter. Please, let's recognize you, ma'am. Haja Wasilat Abdul Salam, the Financial Secretary, SWIT Lagos. Haja, you're welcome, ma'am. Salam alaikum. You're welcome. Yeah. So we have Mrs. Onene Oshila Oshoko Obele. I hope I got it right. You're welcome. She's also a committee member because there's a committee under the community relations that is responsible for the school's debate. And we have Mrs. Adesoya. I hope I'm correct, ma'am. Please, can you stand up for recognition? They're the ones doing this good job. I recognize the chairman of the community relations in absence. She's Mrs. Jennifer Balajobi. She'll be joining us shortly. Haja Zainab Abdul Karim is a member of SWIT as well. You're recognized, and permit me to state that because she's my chairman, my substantive chairman. She's the chairman of the Lagos and District Society of the Chartered Institute of Taxation. You're welcome, ma'am. Sitting is Mrs. Yetunde Olofoyeku. You're welcome. I put you on the spot. She's the assistant secretary. She wants to take the opening prayer, SWIT Lagos. You're welcome, ma'am. Please, is there any other member that I haven't recognized? SWIT members seated? Okay, very well. Oh, permit me to introduce myself. My name is Oluwashike Ibiwoye. I'm the secretary, SWIT Lagos. Thank you. Now I will be handing over to our able moderator to handle the debate session. No other person than Mrs. Bukola Akimoladu. She'll do the introduction. I know she stylishly did that. She was taking a stock of the schools that were here present. She will do the introduction of the schools and she will moderate the session. Because this is our major business of today, we'll give them some time to do it. That's what we're here for. So this is the main business, BOD, business of the day. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so very much. I'd like to say especially our president, ably represented by my friend and my sister, Dr. Sitting and be working with these powerful mentors, those who have gone ahead of us. Chief MSCDK and Prince Kodri, thank you very much for always answering the call. Today, I'm in the chair as a chief panelist. You know, they say the one that they give the assignment to is not the boss. He is actually the servant of them. So I'm glad to be your servant, sirs and mans. And to all the schools, I want to say a very big congratulations to every one of you for being chosen to represent your school. It's an honor and it's also a privilege. But I want to tell you one thing. You're not competing. We call it public speaking competition, right? But it's actually not a competition. At the end of the day, we'll say one person came first or whatever. Please, I don't want you to see it as you competing against another school. You are here to make friends. We are here to learn from one another. We're here to learn from you. You are here to learn from us. And together, we can build a better Nigeria. Yes or no? Thank you very much. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, so at the end of today, some of you will make up your mind what you want to do. I know you are here probably on account of debating, public speaking and all that. That's good. But then in doing that, you also want to be a very good practitioner, so you need to learn. I'll quickly take a stock of the schools that are here. I have a Camel group of schools. Okay. Ogunlade College. Methodist Girls. Igbobi College. Select International School. Yabatek College. Maryland Girls, Marywood Girls College. Camel is written twice. Or what? No, okay. Camel is different from Select, all right. Top grade secondary school and St. Francis. Okay. So we have 11 schools. What is the name of your school? Manjos, I'm sorry, okay. Manjos is here. So we have 11 schools out of 16. If I didn't call your name, can you please? Okay, so all 11 schools are here. And by the letters written to you, you're expected to have at least two representatives, all right? 3 maximum, all right? Yes, we can't come and not have a chair leader. Like we said, it's not a debate. It's a public speaking competition. So you are presenting your own genuine and original discourse, okay? And so you'll be given 5 minutes each of a speaker. You may choose to have only one person representing you for all the rounds. You may have 2 people representing your school. Please, can I have audience? You may have 2 people because we'll have the first 5 minutes to speak, all right? And then we'll have another 2 minutes to answer questions based on your presentation. The panelists will be asking you questions. You may choose to be the one to answer directly. You may also have the second speaker to answer on your behalf. Everything will be graded. So you get ready for your debates. And please note that you are not permitted to seek help outside what we have done. And we will be grading you on the following points. Your introduction. I hope you remember to mention your names, your school names in full. Understanding of your topic, of the day. If it was a debate, we'll have pros and cons, right? Well, now it's one topic for all of you. So just giving us ideas of how to build a better society. Your fluency carries 10 marks. The number of points that you have, hopefully you don't repeat the points and you don't copy somebody else's points. That would be called plagiarism. All right? We want to have the originality of your ideas and the practicality of your suggested ideas. So don't just tell us anything that you're not sure will be practicable because we'll query you on that. I want to know how much research work you have put into this. Your clarity, the clarity of your points, your charisma, body language, the confidence, your dressing, and crowd control, and then conclusions. Those are the criteria. See, it's long. So if you don't pass in one, you can make it in the other, all right? So please do your best, and I'm wishing you all the very best. We'll have one of our panelists will be okay. On this note, I think I should actually be there, not standing here. I'd like to invite the very first school. I hope this is written in the order of arrival. Do we have an attendance list that shows the order of arrival? I would like to take it in the order of arrival to give, to be fair on everyone. All right? Okay, so, okay, maybe we'll quickly do that. The first school to arrive know themselves. And what school is that? Ogunlade, okay, number 1. Number 2 school to arrive. Camel, okay. Number 3. Number 3 school. If you knew, you know when you called here. Igbobi College, I think I saw Igbobi College, yes. Number 4. Select. Number 5, Methodist girls. Number 6, St. Francis. Okay. Number 7, what? Top grade, okay. Number 8, number 9. Okay, so Marywood. Where's Marywood? Okay, so you are number 9. Camel. Oh, okay, you wrote Camel 2 times, that's why. I was wondering. Where's Cybertech? Cybertech's actually not here. Then I hope they will be able to do that. So may I invite Ogunlade College to present their
Good day, President of CITN, panel of judges, our awesome teachers present here, my fellow friends from other schools, and dignified ladies and gentlemen. I am Fali Imuluakem Joy, a representative of Ogunlade College, and I stand before this audience today to speak on the prospects of taxation as a career in Nigeria. According to Albert Bushnell, taxation is the price which civilized communities pay for the purpose of remaining civilized. Taxation is essential for the growth of a community. For communities to remain developed, they have to pay taxes. These taxes could be direct or indirect. Direct taxes like income taxes, company taxes, amongst others, or indirect taxes like value-added tax, which everyone here knows as VAT. Basically, taxation helps to keep the country afloat, and they are one of the major sources of revenue for the country. Taxation has many things to offer individuals. The problem is that many people don't consider taking up taxation as a career. Many ask themselves, what do I want to do with taxation? Is taxation beneficial to me? It's actually beneficial, and it's possible to take taxation as a career in Nigeria. The requirements are not really cumbersome. All you need is 5 credits passes in maths, English, economics, and 2 other relevant subjects. Then you proceed to register for JAMB and pass, then gain admission into universities like Uniben, ATU, that's Adamawa State University, and Caleb University in Lagos here. There are many other universities that also offer taxation as a career. After graduating, where you have graduated with a Bachelor in Science degree, you can get to work in different organizations like GB Foods, Ascended Service Limited, and many other financial companies. You can work as a tax accountant, a tax manager, even a tax attorney. A tax attorney is one who is specialized in settling or litigating tax disputes. The tax professionals also help in building the nation's economy. They can help in analyzing tax matters or communicating with clients like I'm also doing right now. They help in organizing tax projects and delivering quality results. Tax professionals also help in economic development in the way they encourage people in paying their taxes, and also they also help in stabilizing the political environment. This, in way of stabilizing political development, they help by helping to regenerate or sharing tax revenues gotten from payment of taxes to other stations. There are many benefits of studying taxation as a career. Benefits like you can get to work in any organization. You can work as joining a firm, or you can start your own ventures. You're not just limited to working with time. You're not just limited to working to a tax body alone. You also can get to work with a fat salary. Many of us here want salaries that are attractive. Nobody here wants the salary that is not really okay. Tax officials also help in stabilizing the economy, and it's official and beneficial for the growth of the community. SWIT, that's Society of Women in Taxation, have also helped in encouraging women in the distribution of taxes and getting jobs in taxation. They urge women to embrace unity and also join hands in the fighting of gender discrimination in taxation. Our wonderful mommies here and grandmas have also helped in building the society acceptable for these women. However, the problems of taxation actually defer many people from studying taxation as a career. Problems like administrative challenges, where administrative officials don't have opportunity or capacity to deliver well. Problems like lack of clarity or corruption among tax officials. Many of these problems actually defer people from studying taxation as a career. Conclusively, preferring solutions to the problems of taxation can help in increasing the possibility of taxation as a career in Nigeria. Solutions like ensuring that the rudiments of taxation are taught in schools at basic levels. I also appreciate the panel for giving us this opportunity to speak here today. And I'll conclude by saying the lower the problems of taxation in Nigeria, the higher the possibility of picking it as a career in Nigeria. I am Tali Muluaken. Thank you.
Oh. So can we have the second school? Camel College.
Good morning, Chairman.
Before you start, once you hear the first knock from this stage, you know you have 2 minutes left. So we have 5 minutes, and then within these 3 minutes, we'll hear the bell, and then the second one will be done 3 times, so you know that your time is completely up. So each time you take more than the given allotted time, it will mark you down. So please avoid that. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman. Okay. Good morning, Chairman. Good morning to the respected and respectable members of the high table. Good morning to my co-debaters, my accurate timekeeper, and my ever-attentive audience. My name is Olusoya Grace, and I'm a proud student of Camel College. And today, I'll be talking about the prospect of taxation as a career in Nigeria. So first of all, what is a career? A career is defined as an occupation undertaken within a specific period of an individual's life with the opportunities for progression. What is a prospect? A prospect can be defined as the probability of a business becoming successful and profitable within a period of time. What is taxation? Taxation can be defined as the arranging and the collecting of tax revenues for the purpose of providing social amenities to a country, a state, or a nation. And the various carriers which are under taxation are as follows: a payroll specialist, a tax analyst, a tax associate, a tax analyst, and a financial planner. So what are the prospects of taxation to an individual in Nigeria? The following are: number one, we have a strong employment prospect. A career in taxation helps a person to be sorted after. He gives a person value. A career in taxation rewards a person's ambition, and there are no barriers to how quickly you can get to the top as long as you have determination and you have a strong ambition. Taxation also helps you. Taxation is also emotionally rewarding and intellectually rewarding because it helps you to develop skills. Not only does it help you to develop your analytical skills, but it also helps you to develop communication skills, helps you to be globally exposed due to global recognition and mutual opportunities of the CITs. Taxation helps a person to know more about other countries' taxation systems, their weight and measures, and also helps you with people's skills, helps you to talk to clients, helps you to give sensible yet innovative financial advice to clients. Taxation is a diverse, ever-evolving career that helps a person from preparing to submitting and managing of tax. It also helps a business to start up. It also puts a person in entrepreneurial position, telling you the long and short terms, the risk. It also helps a person to know how much you need to set up a business. So you don't have to worry about being stranded in just one field or two fields. You are very versatile. You have confidence in your business, and you know very, very well that no matter the cost, no matter how many times you fall, taxation will always help you, because taxation is more than analytical skills. It helps you more with communication skills, and is also intellectually rewarding in the process that whatever it is that you learn in your workplace, whatever it is that you tell a client, you can also apply it to your daily life, helping you to improve your standard of living. Third of all, taxation is an ever-evolving career that helps you to be a wealth builder. For example, Senator Tinubu became the governor of Lagos State in 1999, when, as at that time, the IGR, also known as the internally generated revenue, as at that time was 500 million. But then, because it started after the advices of a tax analyst and associate, they helped him to multiply his wealth, multiplying the wealth and making it 5.5 billion, and leaving Lagos the sixth largest economy in the whole of Africa. So with these few points, you can see that taxation is an ever-evolving career progressive choice for anybody that wants to venture into it, and it doesn't limit you. It gives you global exposure, global recognitions. It puts you in entrepreneurial positions. You don't have to worry about inflation because you know that you always be covered. And so thank you for listening to me. Once again, taxation in career cannot be overemphasized, because it can't even be talked about lightly, because it just gives so much room for exposure. It prepares you so much. It stimulates you mentally, emotionally. It helps you to have people skills, emotional skills. You can work anywhere, everywhere. You are not limited. You are limitless. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Olusoya Grace, a proud student of Carmel College. Thank you and have a nice day.
While the last school is being graded, I invite the third school, Igbobi College.
Public buses, bridges, public universities, stadiums, etc. These are all amenities and infrastructures provided by the federal government for the welfare of its citizens. But where actually do all these things come from? This is what we have to understand as citizens of a country, that all these things don't just come out of thin air. There's a reason behind this, which is tax. What will be wrong of me to proceed if I don't give honor to the dignitaries present? So my due respect to all members of the high table. Before you is Lawal Tuminino, a prestigious representative of the great epitome of excellence, Igbobi College, here to talk on the prospects of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria. So what is tax? Tax refers to a compulsory levy imposed on citizens of a country by its government in order to source revenue for its expenditures. Expenditures, as I mentioned earlier, public universities, stadiums, bridges, roads, etc. So it's an obligation of every citizen of a country to pay that tax in order for the movement and the efficiency in the administration of government activities. So we have different taxes in Nigeria and different tax laws. Types of taxes we have: capital gains tax, company income tax, personal income tax, stamp duties, custom and excise duties, etc. So what are the careers which we can go to when we study taxation in schools? We can become tax officers, we can become tax administrators, we can become tax supervisors, we can become tax and compliance executives. And to study tax or to study taxation in Nigeria is not so cumbersome as related to other courses which we have in Nigeria. You only need to have an O-level requirement in order to gain admission to the institutions such as Caleb University, Coal City University, Bayero University, Kano, and etc. So what is tax administration? Tax administration refers to the implementation of various tax laws upon its citizens in order to source revenue for government expenditures. So tax administration is the process of tax collection by the government towards the citizens. And tax administration in Nigeria suffers so many problems, which is declining the efficiency in the administration of government in Nigeria. Some of these problems which we face is poor staffing system. There are underqualified staff which are being employed into these tax administration offices, therefore leading to a decline in the efficiency of administration of tax collection amongst the administration's offices in which we have in the country. Dysfunctional legal framework. People who evade tax can go away freely without being punished, therefore giving them opportunity to continue to do it. But by the time there's punishment, it will serve as a deterrent for these people to not evade tax anymore. There's absence of necessary infrastructure for these tax administrations to carry out their activities. So once these infrastructures are not present, there's no way that they can do that work effectively. It's often fraught with leakages. The people in power embezzle and use this money for their selfish needs and engage in these dubious acts, robbing citizens of their money. Prospects of taxation, prospects of implementation of the laws of tax on citizens. So it is not only going into the career, it is what you do when you get into the career. Because many people enter this career, so being tax officers, etc., but they don't do this work effectively. So what are the prospects of good taxation? We have public enlightenment. Tax administration officers to enlighten the citizens on what the tax is being used for, in order for them to understand the use of this tax, therefore giving them opportunity to carry out their duties effectively. Just like this program we're having, we are enlightening people, the public, the mass, on the importance of tax towards the development of the country. Strict laws should be made in order to make a deterrent for people that will try to steal the money or people that will try to evade tax in the country. There should be fair tax administration, which is as the end, so that as the end should be equivalent to the way the tax will be charged on them. So once you earn higher, that is how the tax which will be charged will increase. There should be computerization of tax process. By the time there's computerization of tax process, it makes the tax process more accountable and makes it more effective. So we can see where our money is going and what the money is used for. There should be training and retraining of these tax personnel in order for them to fit into the 21st century. Tax administration is a very crucial part of the economy in order for it to advance. But the tax administration process of Nigeria faces so many problems. Today. And I'm sure with these prospects and I'm sure with these solutions, tax administration in Nigeria can reach their peak. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. 2 minutes for the panelists to put up to grade the last session, and then the fourth school should get ready, Select International School. Okay, can we have Select International School? Thank you. Please, once we hear the first bell, begin to round up, conclude, and by the time you hear the last bell ring 3 times, you know you should stop speaking. Thank you.
Today, I want to talk about a social pressing issue. It is not police brutality. It isn't malaria, neither is it female genital mutilation. It is the purpose of taxation as a career choice here in Nigeria. A very welcome to you all. My name is Karen Princess Diana, a student of the Select City College, and now I'm here to give a speech on the topic, the purpose of taxation as a career choice here in Nigeria. I once met a graduate and I asked him a question, when last did you pay your tax? But he said, I ain't no government worker, so why should I pay my tax? This is the question running in the minds of all individuals today. Why do we pay tax? The simple answer is that until someone comes up with a better idea, taxation is the only practical means of raising the revenue to finance government spending on goods and services that we all demand. Would you want to live in a country that is underdeveloped? Certainly no. Then try to develop the attitude of paying your taxes. Tax is the imposition of compulsory levies on individuals, entities, by the government in almost all countries of the world. Tax is an unavoidable part of our life indeed, because it is the most practical way of raising revenue to finance government spending on goods and services. Have you ever thought about why countries experience slow economic growth? It is because they refuse to pay taxes. Not to forget, the act of not paying taxes or not paying the correct rate for taxes means a very big thing. You cannot have your cake and eat it, and so does it imply to the payment of taxes. Do not expect much from the government without playing your own role as an individual. Have you ever thought about the importance of paying taxes? One, they help to build public transport. They help to build standard roads, standard education, and public hospitals. And when you do not pay your taxes, it slows down the economic development and also results to excessive borrowing from other countries. Has anyone ever thought about the biggest problem we have here in Nigeria? It is unemployment. The menace has seemed to cause a lot of illegal activities. The rate of unemployment has reached a surprising peak. It is rising so fast that it has been estimated that in the next 10 years, Nigeria is going to have 90% of individuals without jobs. One of the main factors which most contributably complements unemployment is most probably ignorance. Yes, Nigerians are close-minded when it comes to their choice of careers. Everyone wants to be a doctor, lawyer, or even engineers. Yet there are lots of career prospects that we all fail to understand that has a good pay as well as moral standards. One of these being the career prospect of taxation. Taxation is an excellent career for the academically minded. It requires attention to detail, good math and English skill, and also the ability to communicate. Therefore, if you have an interest in maths and law, then this is the career for you. Who are the tax professionals? These are experts who know the nitty-gritty of tax law, comes up with innovative to help individuals and organizations save money, do all the calculations, file all the paperwork, and also explain what needs to be done in a very simple way. To help you understand the career process of taxation there are lists of pointers that has been created. One of these is saying goodbye to career stagnation. Would you want to experience career stagnation as an individual or a youth? Certainly no. Taxation is one of the very few careers which brings to you new challenges every day. And if you feel you are good at number crunching, then taxation is undoubtedly going to push those buttons. Secondly, we have excellent compensation. My dear students and my fellow speakers, would you want to go for a job that doesn't pay you well? That is a very big no. A career in taxation prepares you to bag an excellent salary package. However, within a few months of experience, you would certainly draw a big salary package. Working in almost any industry, would you want to go for a career that has a less need in most industries? That is no. When you train as a tax expert, you get the skills that would be relevant to almost any domain of your choosing. Thanks to this, you won't have to worry about being stuck in just one or two fields. You can explore as much as you want to. Demand. Would you want to go for a career that has less demand? Certainly no. Nobody would want to go for a career that has less demand in most of our industries. According to a report published in the Economic Times, the new tax regime, GST, in the year 2017, the growing need for 1.3 professionals. This is just one example that shows the ever-growing need for these professionals. You can take career as a prospect, or you can take taxation as a career prospect because it has an ever-growing demand. We have the explore varied jobs. There is a host of career profiles to choose from these. One of them is the financial advisor, tax collector, tax consultant, accountant, and wealth manager. Global exposure. This is a job that exposes you globally. By choosing to work in this field, you can get to work in some of the most exciting parts of the world. Isn't that every professional's dream? Personal rewarding. This is a job that has a good pay, constant growth, plethora of work environment to choose from, and intellectually challenging. All these factors lead a personally rewarding career. If this is the type of career that interests you, then it is time for you to pursue it. By now, you all should have an idea on the process of taxation as a career. I must say, taxation is a career that has an ever-increasing demand, offers excellent compensation, growth, and no stagnation. Thank you.
Can we have Methodist girls? Thank you.
Okay. If you've ever mentioned the word tax in front of children, you just get blank stares, if any even know the meaning at all. Because in nursery or primary school, tax isn't exactly what is spoken about. All we learn in school is that paying taxes is a duty of citizens. But before I continue, I must give honor to whom honor is due. Good day, Mrs. President, and to all the existing protocols, I honor you. And I would like to give honor to all the other schools who are present. May God bless you. So what is this tax we speak of? Tax is the compulsory contribution to the state revenue by the citizens, while taxation is the levying, that is the enforcing of these tax on citizens. There are 190 offices nationwide, and those offices need people to fill them. And there are lots of job opportunities in all of them. Like to be a tax preparer, person that is responsible for managing the tax on the local, state, and federal levels, or one of the most popular, an auditor. There are others like financial planners, tax accountants, and others. But still, with all these job opportunities, you still never see any child say, oh, I want to be a tax specialist when I grow up. Why? The first reason is ignorance. In the Nigeria we live in today, our parents or the society makes us feel that there are only 3 basic career paths. That is in medicine, law, or in banking and finance. And I'm sure we can all agree. Any other thing is seen as irrelevant or a skill, let's say tailoring. But we can change this anyway. In Sunday schools, we heard of the story, most of us know the story of Matthew, the tax collector, who was seen as a sinner then. It is also evident today because most tax jobs are under the government. And in the government we have today, most of the jobs give room for indisciplined people to extort money. So saying, oh, I want to be a tax preparer when I grow up is akin to saying, I want to be a thief when I grow up. So parents might not actually be in support of this. Most people want jobs with money. And I think the only way they can acquire this money is by being a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer. But in reality, everything actually takes a process. Everything, to be a doctor, to be a Supreme High Court judge, it all takes a process, as well as jobs in taxation, except you want to go through fraudulent means or rituals which are not commendable. So how can we solve this? How can we discredit these wrong thoughts, these wrong ways of thinking to make a better society? By holding conferences and seminars like this one. Of course, us as students, we go and tell our friends, and this information will reach people of interest, people who can do something about it, and be like, oh, I've actually never thought of being a tax preparer. Maybe that would be interesting. And they can work towards it, go to these schools and get a degree and be here one day. Then, okay. But in career talks that we have in school, I'm sure most of us are in senior schools now. So between the range of GSS3 to SS3, schools give career talks, and most of these career talks don't include taxation-based jobs. So if these jobs are included in our schools, of course, people would want to go in that line. To conclude, in the words of Maria Montessori, early childhood education is the key to the betterment of the society. So we have to tell children from when they're young about these jobs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Methodist Girls High School. Time went so fast. I hope St. Francis is ready. Stay right in the front. I hope you're all ready to answer a few questions from the panelists. St. Francis, you have the floor. Thank you. Encourage her. Educators are not shy, are they?
No.
No, thank you.
Good day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the high table, panel of judges, schools here present, teachers present. My name is Chidike Chipuzimife Henrietta, and I am from St. Francis Catholic Secondary School, the only Jesuit Catholic College of Lagos. I am here to enlighten you on the prospects of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria. But before we dive into these topics, what is taxation? More importantly, what is tax? Tax is a compulsory levy imposed by governments or any of its public agency on private individuals, corporate bodies, or organizations. This tax is also imposed on goods or services for the main purpose of generating revenue in order to provide essential services to the people. Now, what is taxation? Taxation is the process through which this compulsory levy, which we all know as tax, is imposed on these institutions. In order for one to go into taxation as a career choice, you need a degree in any accounting-related subjects. You have to study economics, commerce, use of English, and financial accounting or government. You also need a good skill in mathematics. Now, what are the prospects of taxation as a career choice? Varieties of job opportunities. In order for you to, a prospect of going into taxation as a career choice is one where like you can work anywhere. You can work basically anywhere in any company. Every corporate organization, every individual needs someone handling their paperwork. They need someone who can audit the financial aspects of their lives. They need someone who can help them in things where you don't know. That's where you come in. That's when you work. That's where they need you. You have to study taxation because of, not just because of yourself, but because of other corporate bodies, because of the government. Secondly, financial administrator or effective financial administration. Have you ever asked yourself, like, why is our country like this? You drive out of your house, the roads are bad, there's no water, there's no electricity, but you pay tax. The government charges like 10% of your income for tax. You earn about 1 million and you only disposable income you get is 800,000 naira. And you're just wondering, where is my remaining 200,000 naira going to? This is because of ineffective tax administration. But instead of just sitting back at home every day and asking these questions, waiting for an answer to come knocking on your door, you can go into taxation as a career choice in Nigeria and be the solution provider to these problems. This gives you the opportunity to fix whatever loopholes or leakages there might be in tax administration. Self-fulfillment and self-employment. When you go into taxation as a career choice, don't just go because people are pressurizing you. Don't go because Chukuzimife is standing here and telling you, go into taxation. Go for the passion. Go for that fulfillment that you get when you see that things are going right in the country. Going into taxation gives you the opportunity to become self-employed, to be an entrepreneur. This means that you don't wake up in the morning and just say, I'm going to work. You pack your bags and you go. No, when you go to that office, you sit down because you know you work for the government. You're a tax specialist, you're a tax accountant, and you're proud of what you do. People may look at you and be like, your job is very, it's not that important. But do it for yourself. Do it for fulfillment. Do it for fame, honor, and respect. Studying taxation can make you the Minister of Finance. You can be the head of a financial department. You can be an auditor general. I wake up every morning to see my mother. She's a manager in the Federal Inland Revenue Service. And I just look at her and I'm like, I want to be like this woman when I grow up. The way she carries herself, so elegant, so classy, the same as every woman sitting here today. It's a flex. It's a flex. When you go and I work in the Federal Inland Revenue Service. That's what I do for a living.
And she's so amazing at what she does. So don't just, don't be discouraged. Be proud of what you do. You can also develop your skills and your talents in taxation. Once again, I am Chidike Chukwuzimife. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being proud of your mother. I hope you will tell her she shouldn't miss an opportunity like this to watch you talk about taxation. Well, because she should be proud of you. And thank you very much. We have next grade secondary school. Are you ready for us? Top grade. Wow, it's all women affair today. We had only one male. Where are the sons?
Good day to the organizers of this event, SWIT, to the members of the high table, to fellow schools, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adebola Adepojoni, a representative of Tobre Secondary School, and today I'm here with you to discuss the prospect of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria. The significance of tax to the development of any modern economy cannot be undermined. The policy of taxes symbolizes the redistribution of cardinal resources amongst public and private sectors in a country. Thus, it is imposed on individuals and corporate bodies in a country. Before I go further, let me define taxation. Taxation can be defined as the principal method by which the government gains revenue into its budget through the imposition of compulsory levies on private entities and individuals. The revenue produced through taxes are recycled by the government in order to support positive developments, which add value to the country's education, healthcare, unemployment assistance, pension scheme for retired public workers, as well as public transportation system. Today, taxes are imposed in many countries and nations globally, some of which include Denmark, Austria, Japan, and also Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go on to the prospect of taxation as a career choice, let's discuss some problems taxation is facing in Nigeria. Tax administration is confronted with many complex and multi-layered issues, some of which include tax illiteracy, power association between tax authorities and taxpayers, corruption, bribery, and other fraudulent activities among tax authorities. Regardless of the problem taxation faces, there is still a very feasible future for it. There are multiple prospects of taxation as a career choice. As we discussed previously, tax is one of the main sources of income to the development of any economy, society, or government. But what is the use of taxes if we do not have competent tax analysts, tax administrators, tax collectors, tax managers, and so on to implement the taxes produced into the development of our country, Nigeria? I'm sure some of you are wondering, why should I choose taxation as a career? Today, I'm going to be giving you a couple reasons why a career in taxation would be best for you. It is very discouraging for some people to think of a career where day-to-day routines are repeated and there is no change or challenge ahead. Well, choosing a career in taxation change this, as careers in taxation not only involve calculations, but involve a little bit of everything, like law. Understanding law is a crucial part of a career in taxation. Understanding human psychological behavior is also a crucial part in taxation, because to have a career in taxation, you have to be able to communicate with different people of different personalities. In addition to lack of stagnation, of career stagnation, choosing a career in taxation would enable you to be excellently paid. And who doesn't like being paid well? As much as money is a determining factor for the career people choose, I feel one should also have passion and drive for the career they do. Because as the saying goes, making money in itself isn't hard, but what is hard is earning it doing something worth devoting one's life to. So why should you devote your life to a career in taxation? Well, because of the high demand of individuals in taxation and also the need of a mix of talent in the industry, one would feel very treasured and valued in their various work profiles. Let's go back to the age of Solomon. We all know Solomon was the wisest man and arguably one of the richest men in Israel. And he thrived in Israel because of the implementation of the tax system. This shows that any career in taxation should be taken seriously as it's a crucial part of both our government and the country. The question now is, what is stopping everyone from considering a career in taxation? Because after this, I would definitely be rethinking career choices, and so should you, because truly, the future of both taxation and Nigeria is in the hands of us all. So we should take time to think of what only would be best for us, but what would be best for Nigeria. Thank you everyone for this opportunity. My name is Adebola Adepojoni of Tobre Secondary School.
Ebola, if I wasn't already a tax practitioner, I probably would be thinking of becoming one. Who doesn't want to earn fat salaries? I want to earn good income. Thank you. And next, if our panelists are ready, Manjus International College to start to the podium. Manjos, I want to spell your school, M-A-N-J-O-S.
M-A-R-J-O-S.
M-A-R, Marjos. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so all existing protocols duly observed. My name is Ben Grace, and I'm representing Majors International College.
Then what?
Majors.
Your school, your name?
My name is Ben Grace. I just said it.
Can you please spell it?
Ben, B-E-N, and Grace.
Oh, Ben Grace.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking on the main reason why we are all gathered here today, which is prospect of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria. Before I look deeply into this main discussion, I'd like to be asking some questions which answers will be given to subsequently. These questions are, why do we tax? Who are the people responsible in the collection of taxes, and what is the assurance that our taxes are well being utilized? Like I said earlier, answers will be given to this question subsequently. Now, I'm very certain that those are some of the questions that comes into our minds when the issue of taxation is being brought up. Now, back to the history of taxation. Taxation is as old as the economy itself, although it had been in existence, although it had not been an imposed law at that time. Then traditional rulers imposed the compulsory payment of sums of money on citizens. Rajachilia is the father of tax reforms. Now that brings us to the main topic, taxation. What is taxation? Taxation can be defined as the imposition of the compulsory sums of money by the government or its agents. It is the sum total assessment of tax, that is, the imposition of compulsory sums of money by the government or its agents on individuals and firms. The sums of money levied could be in form of direct and indirect taxes. Now, looking at the general functions of taxation, literally, the main essence of taxation is to raise revenue for meeting part of government expenditure and for the provision of economic and social benefit to the public, and for the purpose of controlling the economy. There are essential reasons for the imposition of taxes by the government, which are: taxes are used to redistribute income. Through the pay as you earn, which is also known as pay system, government can now narrow the gap between the rich and the poor by introducing progressive taxation. Taxes are also used to prevent dumping by the imposition of high import duties on foreign-made goods. Dumping is a condition in which goods sold in foreign countries are cheaper rates than in the countries in which they are being produced. Dumping rules local industries easily. So with the help of taxation, it helps to eradicate or reduce the impact of dumping. Now, moving on to the prospect of taxation. The purpose and impact of taxation can be further divided into two categories, which are equity and growth. Aside being a source of revenue, taxation has the potential to be a powerful tool for stimulating development in a country.
Hence, taxation is more than revenue. It is also a tool for national development. Social contract. Effectively, tax administration changes the relationship between citizens and the government. When citizens see the tax system as being fair and find value in the public services they receive, they are more likely to comply with tax laws. In addition, due to the massive reduction of manpower, there is little or no trained tax officers in order to carry out their duties effectively. What I mean by this is in a situation where there are no seasoned tax professionals to ensure the smooth running of tax payments, there'll be chaos in the society. And lastly, let's be honest, no one likes paying taxes. Oftentimes, people complain about paying too much of it, about other people that are not paying enough. But taxation is a topic that should not be avoided. It is important for many different reasons as it touches the life of each and every one of us. In fact, how we tax, who we tax, and why we tax determines the kind of society we become. Thank
you, Grace. Thank you very much for taking us back to other areas where taxation is actually required. The taxation as a tool. Ben Grace, I don't know whether I should call you back. You actually didn't finish what was supposed to. The first bell is a warning. You have 2 minutes more. I'm sorry. I said it earlier. When you hear the first bell, it means you have 2 minutes to go. The next bell will be rang 3 times. Then you know that you're meant to stop. Huh? Did you finish your points? No? Okay, quickly, 2 minutes.
Okay, so I said lastly, due to massive reduction of manpower, there's little or no trained tax officers to carry out their duties effectively. Let's take, for instance, the hoodlums extorting money from people, which they call tax. Okay, the question is, how are we sure these taxes are being utilized? How are we sure the money is not going into private pockets? That is where taxation as a career choice comes in. Because if we have trained tax professionals to carry out their tax effectively, they'll be able to mend these loopholes the hoodlums have created. And by this, the method of hoodlums extorting money would be eradicated.
Thank you very much, yes. Okay, we're moving very fast. Next school, I hope you're ready for us. Marywood Girls College. Let's cheer her up until she gets here. Thank you.
Nigeria, a country after how many years had no form of industrialization, infrastructural implements, but now has different infrastructures put in place. How did all this come about, we ask ourselves? Through one term, taxation. Taxation has brought about different implements, different infrastructures into our country, making us one of the best countries in Africa. And now, I wonder why a lot of people ignore taxation and overlook it when there's so much prospect in it. I'm here to open up your mind to it. But before I go on, I would love to appreciate people who have brought me here. Good day, Chairman. Good day, panel of judges. Good day, the great women of SWIT. And good day, my fellow students. My name is Iberi Oluchi, and I am a representative from Marywood Girls College. We all know that as students, we are looking forward to a career choice which will enable us to live a good life, as well as bring great things into our country, changing our society. There are various career choices such as medicine, pharmacy, nursing, engineering, and many more. But we should all look at taxation and see that taxation as a career choice has high prospects in Nigeria.
Before I go on, I would love to give definition of some terms, which are prospects. Prospect is the possibility of future success in an endeavor or in a pursuit. Then you have career. Career is an occupation which one devotes his time to, puts his energy, his skills in order to accomplish it for a good future. Then tax, which is the main subject here. Tax is a compulsory contribution which is imposed by the government authorities through their agencies such as FIRS, SBIRS on the income of individuals as well as the profits of companies and the goods and services. Now, on the other hand, we have taxation. Taxation is the process of levying, collecting, and assessing taxes from taxpayers. Basically, looking at Nigeria and the economic activity and our national existence, you can all tell me, and you can all see that taxation as a career choice has high prospects. Because with the money that flows into our country, definitely with our high population, every minute and every second, we have businesses put in place. And now, before one can journey into taxation as a career choice, I would love for us to know the requirements that we need to meet. First of all, we need to get a bachelor's degree in accounting. That's for a business student. But you should know that taxation as a career choice is not just only open to business students. It's open to humanities students, science departments, as well as business. And I, as a science student, I would chase a bachelor's degree in computer science, which will enable me with the knowledge and skills to create softwares and programs that help me to revolutionize taxation in the digital economy. Now, before we talk about prospects, we need to deal with the challenges. As students in our different schools and in different departments, we all know that we go through problems in our subjects. And then before you talk about success, definitely you need to have dealt with those challenges. In Nigeria, there are various problems which we deal with, such as tax evasion, over-reliance on the federal revenue allocation, poor system administration, and many more. But I'll just give a brief explanation on three of them. One, over-reliance on federation revenue allocation. Basically, this is a problem that a lot of states in Nigeria are facing. And then I would love to advise these states to look at Lagos, who during the tenure of Governor Tinubu employed the services of TAMA, that is the Tax Audit and Monitoring Agency, and looked internally to get revenue and to promote a climate investment environment. Now, we all know that with me and you, all of us involved in taxation, and our knowledge and skills in taxation and other allied disciplines, I know that we will definitely do great in taxation. Now, one of the other things we should do in taxation is encouraging of women with the help of SWIT, who has encouraged women, bringing intelligence, bringing exposure to women. Definitely, wherever we find ourselves as females, we do great there. So it is important that we involve in taxation as a profession, not just for ourselves, but for the interest of the profession itself. Now, in conclusion, I'd love to tell you that as a person who wants to do great and who wants to succeed in taxation as a career, he or she has to excel in relevant subjects such as math, English, and economics, as well as enroll in professional exams such as ICANN, ACAC, and also involve in CITN, which will enable the person to specialize in taxation. Now, I hope that with these few points of mine, I'll be able to encourage every female in this hall, including everyone outside there, that definitely with the information and knowledge you have, you can do great. And definitely taxation as a career choice is a choice that you can make, and then you live a fulfilled and meaningful life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was powerful. Thank you. Very loaded. Thank you again. Last but not the least, I hope Yabatek is here. I learned one school came in while it started. Otherwise, at this junction, we have 9 schools who've completed the first round. So one question each to all the presenters. And you have just 2 minutes to answer our questions. So I would like to invite our past president, Ule Kodri, to handle this. Questions for, I know I caught you unaware, sir, but I know you are more than able. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, the moderator. Let me also say good afternoon to everyone. I want to believe this is the second session of the SWIT program. Now, we'll be inviting the speakers out one by one, and the panelists will be throwing questions at them, minimum. So when you are invited, it may not be the person that actually came to do presentation. If you have some other people, please bring them forward. And this will be very fast. Ogunlade College. The entire team can come out. The entire team can come out. Ogunlade College.
No.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have made valuable contributions. Do we have questions from the panelists for Ogunlade College?
I'm not quite sure if I got the definition of taxation correctly. That's the first issue. The other issue is there is a study of, a body of, study that owns taxation, which is a primary subject that gives rise to taxation. I've not heard it from any of you. None of you have said, you said accounting. Accounting does not own taxation. So I want to know which subject drives taxation.
The question once again is, which subject gives rise to taxation? You guys want to give it a try?
Okay. The first question that was asked was, what is taxation? Sir, you said you didn't understand what we said. It didn't expatiate in their definition of taxation. So to me, taxation can be defined as the process of collecting taxes from individuals and organizations. For example, in Nigeria, the government of the country have put in place systems to help to collect taxes from individuals and organizations. Taxes are not just collected by, or they're not collected from normal or all individuals. As a student, I do not pay taxes. Taxes are only collected from workers, the labor force in the country. So taxation in general, or taxation is basically the collection of a particular amount of money or a percentage of money from the income of individuals, organizations. That's the answer to the first question. Then second question, talking about the major subjects or the major body that deals in taxation. We've mentioned many subjects like commerce, accounting, even government. But to me, the major subject that deals with taxation is economics. In SS3, because I'm actually in SS3, we're all in SS3, or SS3/SS2, they teach you taxation as a whole. They teach you the principles of taxation and everything that has to do with taxation. I am a commercial student. I do accounting, bookkeeping, commerce, and all sorts of that. I know that accounting doesn't really majorly focus on taxes. It doesn't focus on taxes. There are subgroups in accounts that focus on taxes, but accounting is just focusing on information, recording and grouping or classifying information of an organization or an individual if the person is an agent. But economics deals majorly on taxation. We know economics is the study of man and its environment. They are very
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much. You can go back to your seat. The next school is Carmel College. Carmel College. Carmel College. Please encourage them. We have questions for Carmel College. Now, you've been to talk about prospects of becoming a tax practitioner or tax administrator. Can you tell us if you have an idea of universities or polytechnics, tertiary institutions offering taxation as discipline, of course, or you can mention them?
Okay, the universities that actually offer taxation as a course in Nigeria are UNIBEN, Caleb, which is in Nigeria, which is in Lagos, I mean. And they offer taxation as a course to study. Okay.
I think you are good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Any other question for the? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. At least you have an idea that we have tertiary institutions offering taxation as a course. And I can tell you that as we have it in the undergraduate, we also have at MSc level and even as much as a PhD level. So there is no particular level we want to go into taxation in Nigeria that you will be able to find one. Have them abound in the country. The next school, Igbobi College. Igbobi College. Yes, thank you. You are welcome. I have questions for Igbobi College.
Have you been heard about, is any of you doing economics? None of you are doing economics. You know what it said, what is the income equation? Have you heard about it? Not heard. Not. You have an idea. Go ahead. What exactly do you know about the income equation?
So is it in relation to taxation? So my idea of the income equation is the income of the individual. The income of the individual determines the amount of tax in which the person will pay. So the higher the income, the higher the tax the person will pay. Yes.
that because if you earn income, you pay tax. Is that not so? It doesn't matter whether you're a student. Students make money. Is that not so? If you do something during the COVID, some of you were on the net and any money. Because you're a student does not mean that that money you earn cannot be taxed. Okay? So the income equation is actually simply saying you consume and you save. You earn money. When somebody is consuming, somebody else is earning money. So that's what we mean by income equation. It's a kind of cyclical effect. So when you're spending money, some people are earning money. Okay? And so on. So it moves in that circle.
I also would like to answer the first question you asked first school about the subjects which taxation is under. Taxation is under economics in secondary school, but when we get into the higher institutions like the universities, you study taxation as a subject on its own, whereby you do taxation 1 and taxation 2. It's like is a course on its own. So in secondary school, it's being merged into a subject called economics. But when you move into the higher institution, you see it in the whole as a course, whereby it will be more broad. While in secondary school, it's just merged, it's not that opened. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me invite Select International School. Select International School. You are most welcome. We have been talking about taxation. I've been talking about taxation as a profession, as a career. Can you tell us something about CITN? Sorry, can you tell us something about Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria? Just a brief about Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria.
Do you want to answer?
Okay. Maybe let me give you another question. You have an idea of areas that tax professionals can work within the economy? Areas which tax professionals can work within the economy.
They can be tax consultants. They can be tax accountants. Tax analysts. They can be tax analysts. They can be tax consultants, tax analysts. They can be tax accountants, and they can also be financial advisors.
Thank you very much. We call them tax practitioners and tax administrators. Thank you.
I have something to say. Talking of the fact that we as students, we don't pay tax, I would want to say it is wrong because indirectly we pay our taxes on the goods and services that we all purchase. You getting something from the market, indirectly you're paying your tax because you cannot say as students, we don't pay tax. Whatever you do, even in your schools, while paying your school fees, indirectly you pay tax because even your school as a building pays tax to the government. So I would like to correct that mistake from the first person that was here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have noted that.
You don't pay taxes as a student. because you don't earn. What you pay, you're not the one earning the income. Somebody is responsible for buying them. Those people pay the taxes on your behalf. Oh, okay. Is it their turn now?
No. It could be for that.
Okay.
As a student, she said I should come forward and add.
What do you want to respond to?
How to add to as a student, you don't pay tax because you are a minor, but there can also be a change. If you have a business whereby you are also a student, that means you are a sole proprietor, you can pay tax. So I feel like we're misunderstanding what she was saying. She was trying to say that if you're a student and you have a business whereby you sell different things, because nowadays we students, we don't just want to sit at home, learn. We want to do other things. We want to put our hands into other businesses, and we're expected to pay that tax. If you look at most developed countries, every business is meant to pay a tax. So far that business is registered, you are meant to pay tax. But coming back to Nigeria now, our homeland, I feel like we don't pay our tax. I won't put the blame fully on the individuals. I'll also put it to the body and the government, because when everybody was talking, they all said that they don't have trained personnel. Yes, we don't have trained personnel. But who we want to come to a business whereby he knows his boss or his subordinate is not going to allow him to do the right work. Like, let me give an example now.
My friend, you are presenting another paper, please. It's okay, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. It's very much. Let me invite Methodist Girls High School. Methodist Girls High School. Thank you very much. I welcome once again. We have still unanswered question. CITN, give us a brief. For you to be a successful professional in the taxation industry, give us a brief about CITN. What do you know about Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria? Have you ever heard of Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria before? No, sir. But you have heard of SWIT. Tell us about SWIT.
The Society of Women in Taxation is basically an organization made for women to be able to come forward in the society in the tax industry because there are certain gender biases in Nigeria as a whole. So the institution was basically made so women will be able to be confident in whatever they are doing as a person in the taxation sector.
Basically what I've learned is we have certain women in the industries that are inspired and speak out for what is right. And they created this avenue to allow women to start at the forefront and give their advices to both younger, both those who want to develop their country in a way that it's beyond it's like the developed countries. So you have women who are able to hold the mic and say that, okay, I'm a tax consultant and this is what I advise you to do. This is what I don't advise you to do. They give you the pros and the cons of what happens in a taxation industry. I think basically that's what I know about.
Do you think there is any connection between SWIT? You know what's SWIT? Society of Women in Taxation. Is there any connection between SWIT and CITN?
Yes, obviously.
So what is the link?
Because they both deal with taxes. Yes, they both deal with taxes. They both stand and they both have various job opportunities in taxation. So I believe it's connected.
Is SWIT independent of CITN?
No, I don't really think
I
it's
want
independent.
You to give me the link between SWIT and CITN.
The SWIT is basically an organization made under CITN. It was made under.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Saint Francis. Saint Francis. You're welcome. Still have my question outstanding. CITN, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. What do you understand by CITN? What is the role? What do you know about CITN?
CITN, they conduct examinations that measure the eligibility of the tax professionals that are working under the CITN.
Thank you. I think you have tried. Please put your hands together for him. I mean for her. Yeah, the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria was established in 1982.
Sir, can I ask a question? Ask a question. So I wanted to ask, what if I am an accountant now? What courses do I need to specialize in to go under taxation?
Thank you very much. Before answering that question, let me quickly mention that the CITN was established in 1982 and got its charter in 1992. And this year, 2022, the body celebrated its 48th anniversary. And the body is in charge of regulating taxation practice in Nigeria in all ramifications. And the body has been collaborating with so many organizations, public and private, to ensure that there are educational programs within and outside the country. The body has also collaborated with other institutions outside this country in establishing West Africa Union of Tax Institutes, also establishing African Africa Institute of Taxation. And of course, I can tell you that CITN has been responsible for a lot of policies of government. So for you to actually have a career, successful career in taxation, you must be a member of CITN. That is very, very important. Coming to your question, as an accountant, you said as an accountant, I want to believe as a chartered accountant or a national accountant. What do you do to become a CITN member? Right now, we have what is called direct membership and membership by examination. So as a chartered accountant or national accountant as a member of ICANN, national accountant as a member of ANAN, I think you have, once you have practical experience, you can enroll for that direct membership of CITN. And I think you should have experience about, I think, 1 year after qualification. So then, of course, for you to practice, for you to be a member of CITN does not mean that you have to practice. You can be an administrator, can be a member, but you cannot practice until you have your practice license and C. That's one you have to apply, also to the institute. Let me mention that the CITN has a charter, that was given to it in 1992, has a rules and regulation. And of course, I need to mention also that there has been some rules played by CITN. We have issued so many communiques that has been responsible for so many policies of the government. So I'm looking at the faces here, especially the students, and I know that one of these days we are going to have a president of CITN coming to this seat. Put your hands together, please. Thank you very much.
There's a question, and the person who answers it correctly will get a prize from me. I don't know if there's any of you have had the expression that tax is a price we pay for a civilized society. Tax is a price we pay for a civilized society. If any of you have had that, let him come and explain what that statement means. Tax is a price we pay for a civilized society.
Okay.
Don't go into long.
Just 1 minute each.
Okay. We organized schools were the original ones that said the quote by Albert Bushnell. So it says tax is the price that civilized communities pay to remain civilized. It's simple. A good illustration is in Nigeria. Communities, individuals, organizations pay taxes to government. And what the government do with the taxes? Governments use the revenue generated from taxes to develop communities, promote infrastructural and economic development. This causes civilization amidst countries. So therefore, civilized communities pay taxes to the government so that they can remain civilized, for the opportunity to remain civilized. This was the quote by Albert Bushnell. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just 1 minute. 1 minute.
Taxation brings about development in the aspect that every taxation that we pay is used for the development of the country, provision of social amenities, and America can be used as an example because Americans pay tax and you can see the development in their country and also in Nigeria as well. Using Tinubu's tenure as a governor as an example, Nigeria was so much more developed, and even up to now, it is still more developed. It is used for provision of social amenities, good roads, good schools, and so much more. So taxation, yes, brings about civilization in so many aspects, just like that.
Okay.
Taxation is very crucial, and it is the basis for any economic developments in anywhere in the world. Just take example of America. Do you think they are where they are today? They are where they are in their economy because they don't pay tax. Tax is very important and is the basis and the driving force for the development of any economy in the world. That is why Nigeria faces so many problems today. It's because we don't effectively pay our taxes. That is why we face so many problems in our country today. So in order for civilization to come in, taxation has to be effective.
Thank you. Thank you.
For example, America has no mineral resources, but yeah, they are one of the leading countries in the world. Why? Because they pay tax actively. Their citizens are always paying tax. Now, if you look at the story of Babatunde Fashola, during the time, everybody knows him as a con. During the time they were expanding roads, houses were being demolished. And people were being compensated for that. But there was this particular person who was not satisfied. So he went to the courts demanding for better money. He was about to win the case and get money, but that was when Tunde Fashola asked him that if you can show the tax you've been paying on your house for the past 30 years, then you can get what you want. No, he lost that case. What is he trying to tell us? That when we pay tax, it brings the growth of the economy, increases it. And if you check 2015, Nigeria actually had their citizens paying tax, and the federal government gathered over 7.5 million naira from tax. If you also check research,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I would like to go way back to the Asian tigers. We have the Japan miracle where they didn't have anything at all, and they were below, like underneath. They got this idea that they used what was in their country. They asked their the government to reduce their money, and when they did that, though they paid tax, and their country rose beyond compare. Now they expected them to be out of the league, but they are in the league right now. Yes, Nigeria, we asked our people to pay tax, but how many of them can relate and bring out their paper?
Thank you very much. You have made your point.
Tax is the price to pay for a civilized society. If you don't pay your tax, where do you expect your government to get revenue from? Where do you expect like your social infrastructure, your amenities, your electricity to come from? You can't just come out of thin air. You need to pay your tax so your government can have like this financial backing so they can provide the social amenities you need for a better civilized society. Thank you.
Thank you.
That quote is from Olivia Wendell Holmes. And basically, a civilized society is like a society that has almost everything that they want. And then like you have to pay taxes for you to be able to have your society as like civilized. You can't have a civilized society without actually paying tax. You can't eat your cake and have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you are the one that hit the nail on the head. Because, and you quoted Oliver Wendell Holmes. And if you go to United States headquarters in Washington, D.C., it is written boldly, tax is a price we pay for a civilized society. You people are only going towards the periphery. The substance is for when you didn't have a government. The basis of a government is to aggregate the needs of the people. So when you say price we pay for civilized society, you're referring to a situation where there was no government in a state of nature. There was no civilization. Those who have the means provided for themselves and, maltreated those who did not have. But then unfortunately, even if you're a rich man, you can provide for yourself. You cannot be constructing roads everywhere you want to go, because if you construct, the other rich man will also want to construct his own, and therefore it will be a cacophony of confusion. So government has to now come and say, hey, you big man, bring your money. That big man, bring your own. The poor man, bring the one naira you have. Government will now aggregate that, the contributions of the rich and the poor people, and provide common goods and services. That's what the meaning of tax is the price we pay for a civilized society. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I've been informed that top grade, Majors, and Marywood should come out together at the same time. Top grade, Majors, and Marywood. Now, do we have questions for them?
Curricula for study of taxation as a discipline. It's not just taxation now being embedded within other disciplines, like in accounting, but as a strict discipline. So a past president of this institute is a professor of taxation at Columbia University. The institute has endowed a professorial chair at Babcock University. So we have a professorial chair at Babcock University. So taxation as a separate and distinct discipline of study, not embedded within any other discipline. So that information should be clear. And of course, without money, government cannot exist, it cannot do anything. So tax is the center, the foundation of government and governance. That's the message I have for you. Thank you very much.
One of the speakers said, tax collectors are thieves. Maybe I did not get it right. Like, okay, it's easier to lie in English. They said tax collectors are like thieves. Do not say thieves. Do you believe this?
That statement, if we say tax collectors are like thieves, I believe is from what maybe the person has seen or the character. Okay, the character the person has seen from the tax collectors that have collected money from maybe a business or their parents, or what rumors they have heard somewhere. Like that could instill that kind of thinking in that person.
Okay, next.
Okay, I feel people say that because of the public services that are not being rendered, like the social amenities, basic infrastructures, and
Tax collectors are not necessarily, they are not thieves. I think what that notion is coming from the fact that, okay, maybe like tax louts on the road who like collect money unjustly from people like bus drivers, market women who collects money unjustly from them. Maybe that's where the person got that notion from. Tax collectors just basically do their jobs. They are not thieves. And when they collect tax, they're doing it for the betterment of the country and the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, tax collectors are not thieves. I can tell you that the roles of tax collectors will include assessing the individual. They look at you, you fill your form, and they assess you. They collect what is due to the government at all levels. And they end up by remitting that money collected to the relevant body. So they are not thieves. So I want to advise my lady from Methodist, please, they are not like thieves. Thank you very much. So you can go back to your seat.
That was a very, very, very thought-provoking and stimulating session we had. Sorry, nobody is talking anymore. Sorry, no, nobody is talking anymore. 1 minute.
Thank you, Ma. I think I was misunderstood.
Exactly.
I didn't say tax collectors were thieves. I was bringing up an insinuation popular that was in the Bible.
Perception.
Yes, a misconception. Thank you. That was said when Jesus was sitting or dining with the tax collectors and the sinners. So I was saying that today, some tax collectors embezzle money. That is what I meant, not that all tax collectors are actually thieves.
Don't worry. Out of every 12, there's always a Judas, so we understand. We're not saying you told us we are thieves, all right? And we'll hear very soon the various aspects, the various, I was actually waiting, but I don't blame you. I was waiting to hear certain things. I didn't hear them. And hoping that our paper presenter today will do justice to that. And after that, our results will be out. Like I said, it wasn't a competition against another person. It was a competition within yourself. It was something that should help us develop more. So,
thank you very much to the moderator, the chief panelist. She called herself the servant, the maid servant. So we'll give time, we'll allow time before we hear the results. Whilst we're waiting, we'll be listening to our career talk. Our career talk is to be given by Mr. Elijah Oceano from Elijah Oceano and Co, Chartered Accountants. I observed that there were a couple of people online. We have people in our online community. I don't know if they are still there. It would be good for us to recognize them. Okay, whilst we're online, I saw Dr. Mrs. Caroline Indebussy. I don't know if you're still there. Yeah, Dr. Indebussy is the second National Vice Chairperson of SWIT. We also had a couple of members online, Oyeka Amara, I saw Aderemi Bolaji, and then I saw some other people, CITN members, Mrs. Victoria Oluwaniyi, thank you for joining us online. I also saw Oladapo Faniyi, I think he's one of our sponsors for today. Lekoro TV, Rose Ben Uge, Ngozi Osuwa, she's a member, Madam Shiva Ray, and the rest of others. Okay, Josephine Adele, Miriam Kesinti, and some other people who have joined us, Ronke Ojo, Ronke Ben Uge, Samuel Adewale. Thank you for making our time to join us online. We'll listen to our career talk. I mean, it's been interesting. I don't know if it's been a mix of learning, education for us, and then a lot of insightful talks in the house. And I know that after today, a lot of us as students will be thinking about picking a career in taxation. So please join me, welcome, he's here already, Mr. Elijah Oceano, to take us through the career talk.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my moderator and my MC. I want to use the opportunity to thank my IPPs, the past presidents of the Institute. It's an opportunity for me to stand in front of you to deliver a paper this morning. And I want to thank everybody, every student that has come here to speak today. You guys are really brilliant. You displayed a great level of brilliancy in the display. And because of that, my job has been taken care of full time. You guys took care of my job very well. So there's no, so there'll be no need for me to go into a lot of details. You have done my job. You made my job very easy. Taxation is not different from what you know, what you have explained to us. All the definitions and everything you gave are all correct. That is why I said you displayed a high level of brilliancy. So clap for yourself. Yes, the problem that we are here to solve today is that there is a drought. There's a drought in the manpower there's a shortage of manpower, of tax practitioners, of tax administrators in the system. And that is why it is good for a lot of us that have not chosen a career yet. You are still in secondary school, you have not chosen a career yet. It is best for you to go into tax practice or taxation. Because at the federal level, there's a shortage. At the state level, there is a shortage. I'm going to give you statistics to buttress this fact for you. And a career in taxation, actually, a lot of us in tax practice assist people, assist companies to take care of their tax problems. Because at the end of the year like this, there'll be some of the owners of business will be running from pillar to post, trying to fulfill all the righteousness of filing their account in due dates. But that is where the tax practitioner, the tax expert come in. Because the tax practitioner will be able to know the nitty-gritty of the law. Because tax is not all about computation. Tax is law. The major part of taxation is law. And because the tax expert knows the nitty-gritty of the legal aspect of taxation, he'll be able to help you out very well. Then it comes up with the tax practitioner normally comes up with great innovations that will allow him to present certain things to organizations, certain things to the clients in a simple manner that will be understood by the person hiring him or the company hiring him. It will file all the papers for you, do all the jobs for you, explain what you need to hear, and take care of all your headaches. But like I said in the beginning, the problem is that we have shortage of manpower. There are various reasons why you should choose taxation as your career, as a career. One of them is that if you choose taxation as a career, you will say, you now begin to say bye-bye to stagnation. You will not be stagnated anymore. Because with taxation as a career, you'll be able to work in any organization that you choose to work in. Because at the end of the day, they want to reduce their reduce their tax liability legally, not illegally, not tax evasion. Reduce their tax liability, help them to manage their taxes for them. Or if you're on the other side, on the tax administrator, like some of us here, they collect taxes. Because that is why, like the lady from Methodist said, people don't like to pay taxes. Because they look at taxmen as wicked people. Tax people are not wicked people. Look at all of them. Are they not fine people here? They are fine people. They are not wicked. They are very good people. And taxation has made them that way. You know, and if you practice taxation, you have excellent compensation. You have excellent compensation. Some of us who are in tax practices, we know what we earn in tax practice. Those ones that are in administration too, they know what they earn. So you earn excellent compensation based on the profile that you've developed for yourself. And thirdly, the demand. The demand for tax practitioner, the demand for people to work in the tax administrator's office is so high because of the population. If you look at the population of Nigeria, approximately is about 200 million. And the total number of taxpayers is still below 50 million. The total number of the staff strength of FIRS is not up to 20 million. I mean, 20,000, sorry. It's not up to 20,000. So you see, there's a gap. Those 50 million people, they have to be serviced. Being serviced by how many people? How many tax practitioners do we have in the system? How many tax administrators do we have in the system? Just 20,000 tax administrators to service 20, because everybody is supposed to pay taxes. Let us assume that 100 million people are supposed to pay taxes out of the 200 million. So you can imagine the gap. So that is why the demand for tax practitioner, tax administrator is so high. Even in Lagos, in the CITN, as at June this year, they had just 25,000 members. Just 25,000 members. And that is not enough. It's not enough at all. So there's need for more people to come into the tax system to make it better. Then even if you look at Lagos State, they have less than 5,000 workforce in their internal revenue service. Less than that. And population of Lagos State is about 28 million. It's about 28 million. For you to service, for them to be able to service 25 million people, they need more hands. We need more hands. So with the above information, it is clear that there is a great need for professionals to manage a teeming population. And this is just a small example to demonstrate how there's growing demand for professionals. And you know, this further confirms what Jesus Christ said in Matthew chapter 9, verse 37, and in Luke chapter 10, verse 2, when he said, truly, that the harvest is many, but the laborers are few. So if you come into the field of taxation, you know there will be no regrets, because in the field of taxation, like I explained to you why you must do it. I said one is that it will not make you stagnated. You'll not be stagnant. And secondly, it provides excellent compensation. You get a very good pay packet as a taxman. And you can work in almost any industry as a tax practitioner or as a tax administrator. You can work in any organization. And number 5 is that, because I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you should choose a career in taxation. Number 5 is that as a tax practitioner, it prepares you to become an entrepreneur, to own your own business, to own your own business in consulting. And consulting is service. The cost of sales for service is on the floor. It's not high. For those of you who read economics or those of you who read accounting, you know what cost of sales is. And number 6 is that if you choose a career in taxation, you'll be able to explore other varied job profile. Like you can become a financial advisor, you can become a tax collector, you can become an auditor, like they said, and you can become a chief finance officer, you can become a tax consultant, you can become a tax accountant, and you can become a corporate tax advisor. There are too many opportunities waiting ahead of you. And number 7 too is that it can bring you into global prominence. Brings you into, because there are a lot of boys here, all these smart boys. They are here, they are working in companies abroad. It brings you into global prominence. You'll be consulting for companies in the US, you're consulting for companies in the UK. Just sitting here, preparing their taxes and sending to them, filing in for their taxes. So there's no limit to what you can become when you choose a career in taxation. And you have career progression. You'll not be stagnated, you know, because every day you learn on the job. As you are working, you are getting experience every day. This morning, before I came in here, I had to consult a lawyer. I had to consult a tax lawyer for certain things to learn more, to enable me learn more. Because in the field, we collaborate. You understand? So you have a career, you progress in your career, and you work in a variety of companies. You will choose where you want to work. By the time you choose a career in taxation. And number 10 is that it will reward you personally. You will have something to show for being a taxman. You have something to show for being a tax administrator. But you see, in all this, you require some skill. There are some basic skills that you require. Yes, some of us have discussed the subjects that you need to pass before you go into the university to go and learn taxation. Because in some of the universities now, taxation is no longer under account department like it used to be, like a small course in the university. It's on its own now. It's in the curricula of universities now. NUC has approved it, so that the way you study accounting It's the same way you study taxation and you graduate as a tax as a tax a graduate who graduated in taxation. It is there in your BSc, it is there in your MSc, and there is professorial. So there are some basic skills that you need to have. One is that you have to be excellent in numerical skill. You have to be excellent in numerical skill. You have to have a logical and analytical mind. You must have an analytical mind that analyzes, that begin to add 1 plus 1. If this one is like this should be like this, logically. Then the ability to interpret and explain complex legislation, complex laws. You must have the ability to explain, to interpret them. And number 4, you have to be excellent. You have to have excellent communication skill and interpersonal skills. You know your communication is not complete until the other guy at the other end understands what you are saying. And you must have negotiation skills too, because for some of us who are in practice, a lot of time we come to our mamas and our guys here, administrators, we come to them, we begin to negotiate with them, begin to beg them. Oga, this thing is too high. My client cannot pay this. The company will die if he pays this. It will now say, okay, because tax wears a human face. Say, look, if they cannot pay, they can pay this now. We look at it. Those ones that you can avoid legally, you avoid. So there is opportunity. There are great opportunities in taxation. The problem, you must have a problem-solving skill. You know, some people, they create problems. They create problems, they don't know how to solve them. But you, if you want to do well in taxation, you must have a problem-solving skill. And another thing is the management of time. You must manage your time well, because everything has timelines. Ask them in the tax office. There's time you must file in for all different types of taxes. Your VAT, you must file it by 21st of every month. For the previous month, like last month, by 21st of this month, you are filed. Otherwise, you'll be late. So to become a tax practitioner, you must register with the Chartered Institute of Taxation, either as a student and grow in the ranks to become qualified, or you come in as a from other institutes like our senior former president explained to us. You come in from either ICANN or you come in from ANAN. You are a chartered accountant or you are a national accountant. You come in, you do the necessary registrations, and you become a member. That membership does not give you the liberty to practice. You can only practice when you get your practicing license. And it's only CITN practicing license that you can use to practice taxation in Nigeria as it is. So in my conclusion, I have confidence that you have a brief idea right now why you need to make a career in taxation. And hopefully with these 10 reasons, I will encourage you to choose a career that has an ever-increasing demand. Don't choose a career that does not have demand. If you choose a career that does not have demand, well, you'll be tired of walking in the streets and looking for jobs. Then this career will offer you excellent compensation. It will offer you growth, and you not have stagnation. That is what the taxation career will do for you. So why not take the option right now? Why do you have to waste time? There's no need to waste time about it. Just make up your mind and do the needful. God will bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elijah Osiano. I'm sure we enjoyed the career talk from him. And it looks like all that we have been talking since we started in the morning has been encapsulated in his lecture. I hope we have things to take home. Choosing career as a taxation, choosing taxation as a career, or the prospect of taxation as a career in Nigeria. I know we're getting to the peak of it. Children, or students rather, don't worry, calm down. We're getting to the height of it. When there is climax, I know a lot of us said we're doing economics. There should be what? we should come down, right? You're getting to an equilibrium. We'll be hearing the results soon. Like we have been told, it's not a competition, it's an enlightenment. I'm told that there are some people online. I recognize some of them, sorry. And then I skipped some, so pardon me. I also saw that we have Bernard Orikanjo, please pardon me. I mentioned Dapofani, Esther Tarfa, Josephine Adelu, Martina Obaze, Ngozi Osunwa, I had recognized her before. Odiase Alegime, Ogunlade College. Okay, someone is also viewing from the college. So Ogunlade College, someone is viewing, perhaps your principal or your teachers. Olale Korotimi had recognized you in Kamara, Ronke Ojo, Rose Ben Ugo, Samuel Adewale, Sunday Odegba, Thomas Okpetega Alice, Tikini, Somuche, Victoria Oluwaniyi, Yusuf Sherifat, Faleyemi Lawal. And I understand that some of them have some comments for us. It's good for us to give honor to whom honor is due. Mrs. Apomedaye is the coordinating director, FRS. And so when we're talking about career and taxation, we can say for sure that she is or she has grown over time as a tax administrator. So we'll give them 1 minute. Yes, we'll give 1 minute. I see Madam Shiva Ray. Please, you have 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I just want to add to the knowledge of our students that in the northern part of Nigeria also, and in the middle belt of Nigeria, there are also universities that are offering taxation as a degree program. And some of such are the Nasarawa State University and the Benue State University. So in case upon graduation, you are looking for some of the institutions that you can read taxation and you want to come up north, please be informed that the Benue State University offers taxation as a degree program, and also the Nasarawa State University in Kefi also offers taxation as a degree program, and some other few universities in the north. This is just for your information to broaden your choice in case you are looking for an institution in the north or in the middle belt where you can explore knowledge in taxation at degree level. Thank you very much, Coordinator, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Madam Shiva Ray. I'm sure that's enlightening for us to know that we have institutions that offer taxation as a course in Nigeria, just like we had learned. Also up north, also in the north. So we don't have them alone in the southwest or in the south like we had recognized before. Mrs. Apomedaye, please, you have 1 minute to say something to us.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I recognize the past presidents there. Thank you for being part of SWIT this morning. We appreciate your presence for enlightening our children, our students in taxation. I just want to encourage the students that they just need to give a try to taxation. They will never leave that course. When I joined the FIRS, I thought I was going to spend 1 month, but I'm here over 30 years. So I want to encourage you, you will enjoy it. Just give it a try, expand your vision, have a logical mind as we're advised by the career talk person, and everything will be put in place. Go on and do exploits. I encourage you. It is well with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, I do not see any hand raised. But if you have any comments whilst you're online, you can show by a raise of hand, or you can put in the comment box, in the chat box. Mr. Dapofani, you have a word for us? Mr. Dakwafani is one of our sponsors for today's event. Okay. All right, so at this moment, we'll continue in wrapping up our activities for today. Our activities on the Lagos State Senior Secondary Schools public speaking event on taxation, organized by the Society of Women in Taxation SWIT Lagos chapter. Today, the 27th day of October, 2022, happening at the CITN event hall. I think we're getting to the peak of it. Do we have the results, ma'am? Very well. Okay. The state coordinator, we want you to be here whilst we do that. Mrs. Odibo, please. All right, sorry, I also did not recognize Mao Emole Aduke Odibo Foundation, the MAOF Foundation. They're also part of the sponsors for today's event. Yeah, I saw them distributing the sash and some items, gift items as souvenirs to our students. Yes, you're to come over, ma. We're going to announce the results for. Okay. A bit of protocol, sorry, some housekeeping. I understand that we have certificates for participation, which we'll have shortly in a few minutes. And that will go alongside with the announcement of the results for the winners of today's event. So that we'll save time, we're going to take our photographs now. And then we know that once the results are announced, we're done. And we'll just have a merry, merry session and then jubilation. So for the other photographs, we have all participating. Sorry, is the cameraman here? The press, thank you. So we have all participate. I don't know, can members, I didn't see that. Okay, there's members. So we have all participating students in a group photograph with members of the high table. I don't know if that will work. Yes, so all participating students, maybe you just come and flank behind the high table, please. Quickly. Yes, just go up. And then when you're done with that, the second will be each school in groups. Yes, please. Some can come over here, please. Yeah. No, don't stay behind. Okay, some can sit here. Will you cover? Okay, I'm aware some of you can sit here, please. Or it has to be everyone in your school. So if a school is coming, yeah, thank you. Please sit where you can be seen. Don't sit behind the pillars. Quickly, please. Igbobi College, you are behind. We know you are guys. You don't want to sit. Igbobi College, please stay where you can be seen. Oh. The camera doesn't go beyond this place, right? Thank you. And then you can come down. So one school at a time, please, quickly with the members of the high table. So just stay here, then you go in groups. Okay. So can we do 2 schools?
The protocol is even much.
So can we do? All right, so 2 schools. Can the teachers come up too, please? 2 schools at a time. Which school is this, please? Igbobi College, and then what's your school? Okay, do we want to go out? Okay, come down. All right.
Onocha senior, come this side. Come this side. This one I don't have biscuit.
Please, the teachers should join them. So 2 schools at a time. Yes, thank you, with their supervisors. The next set of schools, 2 schools, please. Next set of schools, please. The schools and their teachers, please. Two schools, please. The last set of two schools, please, with their teachers, quickly. Thank you. So we have the members of the high table alone. Okay, we have the one school more. Okay, please go up quickly. We should have. Okay. The ESCO members present, SWIT ESCO members. All SWIT ESCO present with members of the high table on the last school. Yeah, so right now we'll go on to the presentation of certificate of attendance. I'll call on the vice chairman to join, the vice state coordinator to join the state coordinator while she does the presentation of certificates. Yes. Present. Okay. Okay. Okay, just two. All right, so we'll have the presentation of certificate to Ogunlade College. Please come forward. Please come along with your teachers and supervisors. Methodist Girls High School, please come forward. Please let's encourage them. Thank you. Thank you. Methodist Girls High School, please come forward quickly with your teachers or your supervisor. Okay, next to do this presentation. I'll call on Mrs. Balajobi Jennifer quickly to join the state coordinator for the next two presentations. Maryhood Girls College, sorry. Methodist. Igbobi College, please. Igbobi College, please come forward. Along with your teachers or your supervisor, please. Igbobi College. Next will be Select International School. Select International School. Thank you, Mrs. Balajobi. I'll call on Mrs. Yetunde Olofoeku. Please join the state coordinator in presenting the next school certificate of participation. Marywood Girls College. Marywood Girls College, please come forward with your teachers and supervisor. Haja Wasilat Abdul Salam, please come forward to join the state coordinator, Mrs. Odibo. The next is Camel Group of Schools. Please come forward. Okay. Haja, please come forward. Yes. Mrs. Olabisi Dowu, please come forward too. We have Majors International School. Okay. Majors International School, please come forward quickly along with your supervisor and your teacher for your certificate of participation. Thank you. Mr. Adesoya, please come forward. Whilst we have top grade secondary school. Top grade secondary school. Please come forward with your teacher and your supervisor. Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you. The next school to be presented is St. Francis Catholic Secondary School. I'll call on Princess Mrs. Ebila Elimaya to join the state coordinator in presenting to St. Francis Catholic Secondary School. On behalf of SWIT Lagos chapter. Yes, please, can we have Mrs. Akim Oladu, the moderator?
Thank you so very much. I particularly want to thank all the teachers for the good work you are doing. Anywhere I see teachers, I am excited because you shape the future. Give yourself a round of applause. All of us are products of teachers. My father was a teacher, and I am a teacher myself. Is that what? Okay. Yes, all teachers should stand up for recognition. Thank you. Because, yes, so without you, today would have been boring. You are the one that nurture these ones, and we say thank you. And on that note, like I said earlier, this is not a competition. You're not competing against anyone. You're competing with yourself and for better you. And so I would love to call to the position number 3 with with 69.2%. We have Igobi College. I thought somebody would jump and run out here. Please come. Where is Igobi College representative? We have the first runner-up with a total points of 79.8%. We have Marywood Girls College. Can we have that music? For the champion. DJ, where are you? Ah, okay. Oh, sorry. Truly, all of us are winners, right? All of us are winners. And this is just to spur you on to say the reward of hard work is more work. So with 80.4%, we have subgrade secondary school. Give them a round of applause. She's still in shock, right? You know what? We all have our different areas of strengths and weaknesses, all right? And that's why we have different grading system. Some are very vocal and confident and all that. And so your understanding of the subject matter, the number of points you gave to us, originality, and confidence and everything. So you go back and please work more on yourself. And I'm sure next time, maybe at the CITN level, you'll come first. And then at the national level, you can do a lot better. Well, I want to say thank you to all of you. We made our day. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much for a job well done to the panelists and to the moderator with the chief panelist. She calls herself the servant of the day.
Can we have our Prince?
Yeah, so we have Igbobi College coming third overall for this competition. And to present the trophy to them on behalf of SWIT Lagos, I will call on our immediate past president in the person of Dame Olajumoke Simplis to please do the honors. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry, can you, top grade, can you move? Yes, can you move? Very well.
Before I do this presentation, I'd just like to say that looking at all of you, it just reminds me of my days like you. And you have all shown us the stuff that you are made of. I want to appreciate all the teachers. We have the three of them here. It's not as if all of you didn't do well. It's just that we just need to grade. You have all done very, very well. So I want to say I appreciate you. One other thing I want to talk about tax as a profession is that it is one profession that even when you are sick, you want to go to work because you will enjoy it. It's a living subject. It's a living profession. Every day you wake up to new things happening. And that is why your brain works 24/7. And you don't get old. I'm 70 plus. And I enjoy doing this work because when I wake up, I want to know what bill is being mentioned at the National Assembly concerning taxation. What that state is doing about its IGR. It keeps you thinking. And you know, thinking makes you young. Makes you young. So taxation is that profession, is the only profession that makes you happy even at doing your work. So think about it. Thank you very much. Welcome to the profession.
So before Dame does the presentation of the trophy, I'll call on other team members because I personally believe in teamwork. Though we had a speaker, a representative, I'm sure you must have done it together. So can the members of the students from Igbobi College come up, please? And so we have the state coordinator. Please come up quickly. And so we have the state coordinator decorate the speaker. Congratulations. And we have a token presented to them. So let's have Dame Simplis Olajumoke Gladys do the presentation of the trophy to the third position, coming to Igbobi College, Lagos. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you.
College happens to be my family male college. All my uncles, my cousins attended Igbobi College. Just like all my aunties, myself and my sisters attended Methodist Girls High School.
Congratulations. Thank you, ma'am. Coming as a second, quickly, please. Yes, please, can the members of Marywood, yes, coming second, Marywood College. Can the students of Marywood College come up along with their teacher and their supervisor? Yes, to do this honor, can we please call on Chief MSc DK? Chief MSc DK is a past president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, and I'm sure he's, giving us a lot of lectures. We have learned from him during the comments and question session. You're welcome, sir. So first we have the state coordinator decorate the speaker and representative. Congratulations to you. And the presentation of the token gift on behalf of SWIT, Society of Women in Taxation, Lagos. Congratulations. Then we ask Chief MSc DK to present the trophy. Do you have a word for them, sir?
They said the reward of good work is more work. So the champion, the sky is the limit. This is just the beginning. So continue to excel. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. And finally, we call on the winner of today's public speaking on taxation, organized by the Society of Women in Taxation, SWIT Lagos chapter, top grade school. Top grade secondary school. So to do this honor will be no other person than a past president in our midst, in the person of Prince Razak Kunle Quadri. He's also been a panelist for today, and I'm sure we've learned from him too. Please, can you, in that language, loud it? We're singing for the champions. Stand up for the champions, stand up. Just can we do them that honor? Stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up. Thank you very much. I feel elated being a tax professional and identify with these young ones who have spoken about the prospect of a career in taxation in Nigeria. So we have the state coordinator decorate the speaker and representative of top grade secondary school, and a gift, a token in appreciation of their participation and effort for today. Thank you. So we have our past president in the person of Prince Razak Kunle Kodri do the presentation of the trophy. Do you have any word for them, sir?
Well, I think it's good that you are the winner of this trophy. But I can tell you, it's not easy to stay at the top. I can only wish you the best. And I want to hope that by this time next year, you will come here to come and defend the cup. So those that have not won, we said is a public speaking competition. We have been able to gain a lot from what you have said, and I can assure you that notes have been taken. And like I mentioned while we were having the program, CITN will always send to the relevant authorities issues that will improve the Nigerian tax system. We thank you so much for coming. And by God's grace, we want to see you at the next event of SWIT Lagos district, Lagos chapter. On behalf of the coordinator, ESCO members and members of SWIT Lagos chapter, I present
Congratulations to Top Grade Secondary School, Lagos, the winner of today's public speaking. So please, can all the winners come out, the representatives, please come forward. Top grade, come. You're just the representative. Come with your trophy to take a photograph. Can the escorts please join? After the photo with the state coordinator. Top grade, please come up with your trophy. Blow your trumpet. That's what them simplest will tell us. Bobby College, please come forward. Top grade, come forward. Marywood. Yes, please. Please come forward. Yes, you should be at the center. Yeah, that's correct. That's the order. Quickly, can the escorts present join them? Executives present, please join them. Thank you. And we're coming to the end of today's event. Please permit me to call on Mrs. Bala Jobi Jennifer for the vote of thanks. Mrs. Bala Jobi is the second vice state coordinator of SWIT Lagos chapter. She happens to be the chairman of the community relation committee where we have the school's public speaking and debate. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I think I should greet the high table, our past chairman, Prince Quadri, Chief DK, and our lovely mommy, Dame Simplice. And also, I also want to say a big thank you to the panelists, to the ESCO members, to the teachers of the schools that made it possible for this debate to hold today. As of last week on Monday, we thought there was going to be a midterm break. I had to tell the SC, I said, look at this, what's going to happen? She told me not to worry, but I'm so glad that at least at the end of the day, we had a successful outing. On behalf of my state coordinators and my ESCO members, I say a very big thank you. And I wish you all journey back to your various homes. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Bella Joby. And because we started with prayer, we're sure gonna end with a word of prayer, committing everything and everyone to God's hands as we depart. Pardon me, please. We're having a photograph, please pardon us. We have the past presidents and the state coordinator taking the photograph with the representative of the winning school, Top Grade Secondary School, Lagos. Thank you. All they say is well that ends well. Hajia, please can you pause because I'm calling on you to close this event with a word of prayer. I'm going to call on Hajia Wasilat Abdul Salam. Hajia Wasilat is the Financial Secretary of SWIT Lagos chapter. You will please close. Please come here. Please, may we rise as we pray.
We're in prayers, please. We thank Almighty God. Sorry, no formal. Just pray. That's okay, sir. We thank Almighty God for bringing us today, and we thank Him for the knowledge He has given us, because without Him, the knowledge cannot be said, and all of us are living here happy because our children, you have really laid your hands on their learning. We want Him, we want you, Almighty God, to increase them in knowledge so that they will be better off than us. And this knowledge will go wide, because since those who are here have gotten this vision, the things that we are talking about taxation, may you, in your mighty name, make them to multiply in all the nation. We thank you for bringing us successfully to conclude today's program. And whatever knowledge we have, may He make us to express and forward it to those who are not here. God, we thank you because you are the only one that can do it. Done it for us, and we will continue to thank you. All glory and adoration to Him. All thanks we are to Him. So we thank the organizers, our fathers, our mothers, that is their own vision we're following. And may you continue to bless them, enrich them, provide good health for them and every one of us. When they said one more work, more things to win leads to more work, may He give us the grace to go ahead and do more than this. We thank you, God, for giving us the opportunity. Everyone will go to our various houses safe. Let's recite Fatiha. I will read in Arabic and maybe later. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. We thank you for the blessing. Thank you. We reach our destination.
Thank you, Hajia. Thank you, everyone, for making today's event. Please, may I announce to the schools present, the secondary schools, please, we crave your indulgence to wait for 5 to 10 minutes, please. Refreshment is being served. We have ordered and they're on their way. They're almost here. We had a little bit of logistics. I guess they were held in traffic. So please wait. Thank you to everyone, the online community. I still see some people staying on. You have stayed on to the end. We appreciate you. For those of us that have come physically, SWIT members, members of CITN, teachers, students represented, the panelists, we say thank you. The guest speakers, we say thank you to you. I have been your master of ceremony for today, your comper. My name is Oluwashike Ibiwoye, the secretary of SWIT Lagos chapter. And it interests me to say that I am also a tax practitioner. So to see young ones come up with this idea of growing up to choose a career in taxation and the challenges that we may face is actually something that elates me. And I'm happy that we are thinking about that. Thank you. We wish you safe trips back to your home. It's been a pleasant day. Thanks to Society of Women in Taxation, SWIT Lagos, for the 2022 edition of the public speaking on taxation. And we say this has been a very enlightening session. Thank you.
Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. Daddy says, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable. You could get broken, no, you're just a little boy, and you may never find gold. I know I could get lost. You know I could get broken. Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm gone so bad. Ready for me. But I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm more. Hello, Daddy, how you doing? Hope Mama's doing okay. Been 4 years and 11 months now. Alone, it was true what you said to me. The life in the city is unbelievable. Had to struggle just to get by every day, and I could barely find my way. Mo mọ̀ pé mo lè ṣìnà. Mo rí pé ayé lè ṣòro. Forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray for me.
You get too many things where they worry Chris man for head. You don't know if they're in the Chris, I've been people. Yeah. If you gentle, they go say you don't start. If you laugh, they go say you don't start again. Oh my God. Sorry, my bands are arranged when I'm on talk a lot. They never touch my shit. She can pop up less so popular. Okay. Now I'm getting guap every day. What from
Bwana ni mwokozi wangu, tena ni kiongozi wangu, ananipenda leo kuliko jana, baraka zake hazikuishi, si kama binadamu abadilikie, ananipenda leo kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana. Sina kuomba Mungu uwasamehe, wangalijua jinsi unavyonipenda mimi, wasingenisema na maadui wangu